All right, guys, I thought I would record a tutorial for you using Adobe Spark. So you're going to go into your internet browser, and I use Chrome. I don't know how it works on other internet browsers, so I won't suggest any other ones, but I go into Chrome, and I used Facebook to sign up. It is free. And then you can have a page. It'll look a little bit like this. I've already done things in it. So my page has these different posts and things. So the reason I'm using Adobe Spark is because I like to create, like this right here, my own event covers on Facebook. So I've had 5 parties. I created, I think I deleted a couple of them, but here's another one over here. Here's one, and then I have a few different ones on my phone too. So you're going to go up here to the blue plus sign, and you're going to click that. I always click post, and then there's a lot of things down here that you can use. There are different ones that you can choose from, but I like to start from scratch because I don't like to have to delete a bunch of things off of mine. So when you click Start from Scratch, it is going to give you a screen that shows you right here what you can write inside of the poster or event cover. And then I click More Sizes down here at the bottom. Now you see all these different things. Don't click this Facebook one because this one is for your Facebook just regular cover. You're going to want to go over until you see the Facebook event cover right here. So we're going to click that, and then you're going to pick whatever text you want. This one's going to be Nina's, let's see, what do I want to call this? It's a February party. I'm going to call this Nina's Love Duos Extravaganza. Extravaganza? Is that an A? And you can really, it's an A there. You can really pick any name you want. You don't have to pick something big. You can pick, like the other one was a VI. I call them VIP parties sometimes, beauty bash. I like to use extravaganza or bash or VIP because they sound fun and special. So you can use the word exclusive. I used that one on my first one. Duos. All right, so you push continue. And like I said in my video, I would just avoid using the word Premier because Premier is a jewelry company. And we don't want to, we don't want to have a jewelry company's name on there just because they might get confused, people that are invited to the party. So what it does, it gives you this idea of something, and it doesn't even matter what it has on it because you're going to replace it. So you click, if you see right here, I'm clicking the background, and then I go up here to replace because I want to replace the picture. Go over to upload photo. Now you can use these, find free photos, Adobe Stock, but some of these are you're going to have to pay for them. Find free photos will be fine. They have a little bit of a selection there. I don't know if I've used that or not, but I have looked around in there. So go into parties. I have a couple different ones, but I think I want to use this one because it has 2 hearts and I said duos. So that'll work. Now that I've got that background in there, first I'm going to move the writing over. All right, and I might actually take out Nina's in this. Love Duos Extra. Let me do that because I want to put Nina's. I'm going to show you why here in a minute. So if you want to do that, you just click the box and then go up and click Edit. And I'm going to take her name out. And like I said, I'll tell you why in a minute. All right, so the first thing that you can do with this, you're going to notice here that the letters have a shadow on it. You can remove that shadow if you want. Go over to this green circle here and just click and drag it around. It's going to give you options. So if I click it and I drag, see how it's changing the text for me? And it's going to give me different options for what I can make this look like. And as you drag this around, it's going to keep giving you options, just one right after another. So I really like that. I might use that one, but I'm going to kind of show you a few things first. I wonder why it's giving me... That one's kind of pretty too, isn't it? Maybe a pink and a red with that. Okay, so I'm going to stop on one that has a shadow. So I'm going to stop on this one. You do not have to use one with a shadow. This button here will, move this around a bit. That's really what I wanted there, where it's on 2 lines and not 3. It'll tell you when it's in the middle, so that's really nice. So if I go down here and click Done on the bottom, now I have this menu right here. This menu is your really important menu. If you go into Shapes, you can add a shape behind it. So if I click Shapes, right here where the white is, that's what it has behind it right now. So to get that off of there, I have to go back up here to the basic letters, and I have to click that. So see, when I click that, it doesn't have a shadow anymore. But then if I click it on, it does have a shadow. I'm going to leave it on for now. You can put shapes behind it. If you look, you can put banners behind it. So it's really nice. There's a lot of different things. There's arrows, so that's pretty cool for our Wonder Tribe theme if you want to use those. Okay. So I'm not going to put anything with it. I'm going to click Done because I have the shapes, the double letters. Now, the other thing you can do is color. Since it has 2 different colors, you go up here, this will switch the colors. So it'll make the white in front, and you can just switch it back and forth however you want it. This one will change the color. So I can use this color, whatever it is, the slider, or I can click More and I can just pick a color from this, which I really like to do. And you can click the other box and pick a different color. I don't necessarily like that red. I kind of like a deeper red, and plus my picture has a deeper red, so you want to match them. So that looks a lot better. Maybe my pink should be a lot lighter than that too. So let's just say this is what I picked. We're going to pick it for now. And then you've got your colors up there and you click Done. Now you can go to font, but I suggest before you go to font that you make sure your spacing is correct. So if you want it to be spaced out more, you can do that. And when you have a shadow, it'll space the shadow further away from the word, in and out. So you want to pick the perfect one for that. And then this, you want to make sure that, do you want it transparent? Do you not? I have done full posters that I thought were not transparent, and then I realized that they were, and that was the problem that I was having. I always like to center a line, but it just depends on what you're doing with it, because there are times when center aligning doesn't quite look right. All right, so I want it to be a little bigger there, and then we're going to choose a font. There's a lot of different kinds of fonts here that you can choose from, and there's some fun ones and pretty ones and stuff like that. Okay. For this one, I actually want kind of a plain one for this part. In fonts, if you look up kind of like font theory, you want to mix, of course, you can mix a serif and a sans serif. So you can mix one that is really, sorry about that, you can mix one that's really kind of cut and dry and very squared off with one that is a little bit more fancy. Let's see, I kind of like this one. Let's see. I always like Voltaire, but I never, let me turn this off, I'm sorry. Okay. That looks a little thin to me, don't you think? What one did I have before? This one? Yeah, okay, I'm going to keep this one. So I have the bottom, now I want to do the top, and I'm going to go ahead and make this maybe a little bigger because of what I'm going to do at the top. So then I want to click on the outside. Now you have options over here if you want to make something black and white, or if you want to add a different kind of filter to it, you can do that. So that's an option you have. There aren't very many options for filters. But once I get on the outside, then I want to add. So this button up here will let you add. I'm going to add text. So now I want to put my Nina's. All right. So it's going to put it in normally as the same font that you have. But what I want to do is make this word fancy. So I'm going to go to the colors. I'm going to change it to the same colors. Okay, I'm already done with that. Why am I? It just depends. I don't know if I want to, we'll have to see if I want to make it, you know, closer in the shadow or something. But let's go to the font now. It looks like it's already, it's not transparent. It's where it needs to be sitting. But now I usually put a fancy font with it. So you can pick whatever you want, but no, that's craziness. What I think I don't like is that the spacing is nuts on this, isn't it? So if it looks weird to you, you can always take that shadow off. And I really like a name that's a little fancier. You know, it's their name. So you want to make it fancy and pretty, whatever you have there. And then you kind of just mess with, you know, where it is on the page and how big it is and different things like that. I think this is good. So then you're going to go down here. Now it'll let you take this logo off. It's not like Pic Collage. It's not going to make you keep the logo. It'll let you take the logo off. It says remove once, but I've removed it every time and it still lets me as long as I don't do a project back to back. So then you go up here and you click download and it saves the post and then it puts it down here. It downloads it. You're going to open that, show it in folder. Because when you show in folder, you're going to have to move it out of the download folder. So I always move mine into the pictures folder. And that right there it is when I go into my pictures folder. So now I can use that as my event cover. And when you close out of this program, so I'm going to go back to my projects page. Now my Love Duos Extravaganza is right here. Okay, so now I have now I have my thing there that I can edit or delete or download again or whatever I need to do. And if you wanted to just post it to Facebook from here, I believe you can do that as well through this, but I've never done that because I'm always creating just event covers. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. That is kind of how I do things in Adobe Spark, and it's free and pretty easy, and it's nice to play around with it. So if you get confused about anything, just keep playing around with it, and it will eventually work itself out. All right, thanks, guys.